Right, the torque for that nut is over 200 Newton meters. I don't know how the hell I'm going to hold that in. What the hell was that there? I don't know how the hell I'm going to hold this without it falling off the stand. Hold on a second. Leverage. Big tube. Hold onto the frame. Oh, bloody hell. It'll fall off my box. That's all she's getting. I'll have to make that up with the Jamesons tonight, I tell you that for sure. Next, take that off. That jammed up there nice without any damage. A little bit of damage to the cloth, but that's okay for me. Now, they must be kind of cautious of this nut coming off because it really is thick walled here. Right, that's that. Now don't forget to take this piece off, our keeper plate. Oh, you know what I've done? Have I, or haven't I? We have to put this clip onto here. Have I been a funny bugger and put all that together too quickly? Because did I forget to put this piece on? I think you can get this piece on later. Yeah, I think we can get this piece on, otherwise we have to take the gear off again. But it didn't say that in the book, so I assume this is the right way. So this is the selector. Aha! Aha! It's like Alan Partridge. Is that it? I don't know why I'm asking you, I'm supposed to be doing this. Looks right, doesn't it? I'd best check before we start bolting it up, because once that's on then we can put the cover on. But one of the things I'm going to do whilst I'm here, I'm just cleaning it up, the drive key for the oil pump, usually what I do is I round off the corners there, so when we put this into the end of the housing here. Oops. Good job you put that bolt in there. I'm going to have to make a better mounting top for this because it's always sliding off. There's the drive for the oil pump. So I'm just going to check on all this lot here, make sure this is right, and we'll come back. It looks right because that's in neutral. You know, and that's not engaged. That's only engaged when this goes back this way because that'll pivot down. Let me round. Right then. Yeah, I did have it in the right way around. I thought it was. Now I'll put a bit of thread locker on those bolts. I'm going to try and get those in the holes. Now we're going to assemble this end casing, the extension housing. I've put some Vaseline in the pump just to help draw the oil up, make it so it's like a vacuum. It's nice. Just remember which way this goes in. The little pimply bit, the titty bit, goes into the casing, so that when you put your square in, the square fits in there. There you go. So that's that done. So we'll put that on like that. I know Ashcrofts do a better pump gear, but to be quite honest, it's not worth putting any money into this gearbox, because I don't think it'll sell. I think it's going to be on the shelf for a while. So I'm going to tighten that down. Also at the same time I'm going to fit this ring. When you put it in, the two holes here go to the bottom, and then a new oil seal. Alright, so I'll fit all those bits and I'll come back. Right, with that all done, we can take a new filter, washer, cap, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then we can fit this in here. This is a good idea to put a filter here. I have no idea why Land Rover in their infinite wisdom decided on the 300 TDI to put the filter inside the box, which means stripping it down. At least with these, once, you know, if you take this out and you see teeth and all sorts of stuff, well, it's finished. But this was quite good. So I'm going to tighten that down, and then I think we can actually fit this cover. I put a bead of seal around here. I've also put the square in here, so it's actually square on the axis, if you get my drift, so that when we put the gear on here, this is going to go in here, so then we can turn, wait a minute, let's turn this around. I'm going to turn this gear, so this is square on the axis, and I've already rounded off the end of here, so with a bit of luck we should be okay. Let's move this camera. I've got the bolts ready. We've got to take out the temporary bolts and fit in the new ones. So I'll just grab hold of my socket. There we go. And let's give this lot a little coat of oil. Just to help it on its way, and we won't get any oil on the surface of the gasket. Now this sometimes is a bit of a tricky thing, like I say, because remember at the same time we've got to put the piece in for the selector. So let's see if that will drop on. Indeed, look at that, it fitted like a glove. So the next thing, because all you need is glove. So the next thing we're going to put on is this piece, and we have to remember which way it went round. I think it went that way around. I've got to get that piece in, otherwise you're buggered. Well, let's get that fastened down and some bolts in. These have got spring washers on these bolts, so there's no real need for Loctite. And you can see how easy these jobs are when you're on when you've got a stand to work on, you know, like a support. It is a bit tall, but it has to be. I had to make it this tall because of the V8s. He had a longer shaft. Now we've got to tighten up those bolts in the front here. What we can do now is we can put the collar on, except I wanted to do it in a way that you didn't need any tools. But I haven't got a nut for it. I haven't got an 11/16 nut. But I'm going to put a new collar on the top. Why? Well, the other one got a bit damaged pulling it off. I have about 5 of them. Now, these collars are somewhat different to R380 ones. They look the same and they do the same job. But you'll see here, there's no lead on the end. On the R380s there's a lead on them. Oh, I've got one here. Yeah, here we go, look at that. So that's the difference between the two. See? But they're a different diameter. There's no way an R380 one's going to go onto there. They're slightly different. Now I've got that stuck now. So that now has to go on there. So what I'm going to do is, just for now, I'm just going to tap it down so I don't lose it. Don't be tempted to hit it down. You'll damage bearings and all sorts inside. So we're going to make a tube to go across here and pull it down. But the next thing we've got to do is get this off the bench, well, off the stand, and then we can assemble this piece here and maybe even find a cover. You know, I think we've got a cover somewhere, so we'll find all those bits back soon. So now we're going to try and knock this pin into the hole of the shaft. Now I'm not sure if this is going to pick up very well. Well, you can just see it there in this corner here. There's the hole. See, my pin's gone through there. Now we've got to align that up and knock the pin through, which is sometimes a wee bit tricky because it bloody moves. Let's have a go. I'm using a punch. Oh, wait a minute, maybe that one with a point on it to knock this in. No, it's not in its place. Yeah, so I've just put a little point on there so it's easier to line up. Such a shitty idea, honestly. Yeah, that's better. That got him in. Now, so we knocked it in till it was sort of flush. So now we can get that it's this thing here that's the problem. There. Right, so now I've got a cover for it. It's not the best of covers, but it's a cover. Oh, first of all, I'm going to put this plug in here. I wasn't going to buy one, I just made a little one out of a bolt. I was going to pay that much money for a little stupid thing. Put a bit of retainer on here. And screw him down. Oops. Get him square and then screw him down. There we go. And just to be sure, we'll get a little punch and just put a little pop mark in that so it doesn't work loose. That's it.